Welcome, Luvthemknives channel. What do we got? I don't want to be obtuse, but I want to talk to you about the B. And this is the B. This is the Remette B. Not B like the letter B. B like B-E-E, the one with the stinger. You know, B. The RT-B-E-E. The B. And this is Let It Be. I mean, there you go. It's a flipper. It's a frame lock flipper. Now, it's not like the Remette Peregrine, which has got this pivot button thing. And you will see, I mean, not long ago, I posted a video on the Remette Peregrine, okay, which is a really cool liner lock that's actuated by the pivot button. And I did a full disassembly, reassembly on this, okay? So it's not that. And it's also not, oh yeah, you remember this bad daddy, don't you? The Swordfish by Remette, gravity knife. You ain't got one? God, I don't know. We're gonna have to pull your card? Come on, man. So the Remette came out, I mean, they were, QYGMGS, something like that was the name of it. And they changed their name to Remette because God, who's going to remember QYGMGS except for me? And, you know, I mean, so I've been talking about their knives for several years now. All right. They were Amazon specials and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, here they come out of the box. The quality's jumping right up. Good fit and finish, great products, interesting stuff, creative design work, and yes, and now, who's got them? Who's got them? White Mountain Knives has got them, and I'll tell you what, White Mountain Knives got them. LTK is your discount code for 10% off. So if you find them on White Mountain, and Justin at White Mountain told me he has a goodly number of them. Okay, so you might want to check it out. Remette, you could be the first on your block. And this is the B. And it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. Don't get stung. And this is titanium. Not to get picky or anything, but it is titanium. What was the Wee knife that had, what did they have, tweezers or something? Or did they have a pick that came out of one of their models? I can't remember the name of that. But here it is, this one. So I thought this was kind of interesting. It's really not too kitschy or weird because you know what? This snaps right into place and it's a little bit above grade so you can just pop it, right? It's not that difficult, and yet there's a little click there, a little ball or whatever that's in there, and so you can slide it in and snap. Okay, it goes in. Doesn't rattle around. It's not weird, whatever. So, and then you know you've got, and this one is 3-inch blade, 7 inches overall, so it's smaller than like the Remette Peregrine, okay? The Peregrine is not quite 8 inches overall length, but it's 7 3/4. And this one's just 7, okay? So this is like 3.4-inch blade. This is 3. So, you know, this is full-size EDC. This is more of a, you know, smaller kind of thing, but okay. And it's not a button thing. It's a, you know, frame lock. So if you like the more traditional frame lock, this may be more your size. And then I'm not sure if this is part of the buzz for the B or what, but this is what they've got on here. So that's kind of an interesting little display. But Remette, titanium. Yes, they are. And we've got some kind of, we'll do a disassembly on this. This is starting to look interesting in here. It's like, what do we got? What do we got? Have we got an inlay? Yeah, we do. We've got some kind of an inset inside, which would be what, basically? That'll be interesting to see what and why. But snap. Oop, snap. Okay, are we jimped? Yeah, we are. Okay. Snap. Okay. Nah, the detent, I'm trying to just kind of get, yeah, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's enough. It's enough detent. Yeah, it's okay. You'll be happy if you like detent. And this is the only way to kick this open is either this. Okay, it's not a front flipper. So front flippers, I think, ought to be a little softer on the detent. But this one is fine. And then middle finger flick as well. So, okay, let's kick it down here. 95 grams. Okay, so it's not very heavy. It's under 100 grams. And give us a shot. 3.35 ounces. Okay. So, and discount code underneath. Okay. Can't remember. I think it's Luvthemknives, but I'm not sure. So look underneath what the discount code is because it escapes me for the moment. But this is the Remette website, www.remetteknife.com, okay? And check it out, the RT-Bee titanium and your fruit food fork, try and say that 3 times real quick, fruit food fork toothpick. It ain't that easy. And 192 minus your 8% discount, or I'll have you know, mister, that I saw them on White Mountain Knives. Not this necessarily this model, but I saw Remette knives on White Mountain Knives. I don't know how many models he's got. But LTK is your discount code for 10% off on White Mountain. So if you pick this up, 119, that's almost 20 bucks off. Okay? Just to say, just, you know, putting the information out there. And so, yeah, is that 7 inches? Holy crap, 2.8. Yeah, of course, not a 3-inch blade, of course. 3.38. Okay. Cage ceramic ball bearings, I'll have you know. M390. And we've tested their M390, and that's where we discuss things. So, I mean, you know, their M3, they want to preserve edge stability, toughness at maybe the expense of a little hardness. And so they've been running, they claim, well, I think it's right on this, I think. Or did I not capture that? See, I probably didn't capture it. Or maybe I did. Where do they say? They're Rockwell. Okay, 59 to 61. And they are. They're in the 59 to 61 category. But the ones I tested were 59.2 up to 60.3. So that's what and I told them I think some of the enthusiast community would prefer, you know, raising the hardness at risk to some of the toughness to get more edge retention and being more like 61 or whatever. So, and in that merry moment of joy that I'm sharing with you, I'm also going to let you know that I'm going to put the link to our spreadsheet that shows over 500 knives on it. And you can go down that list of M390 knives, whether they're Spyderco, Benchmade, Bestech, whoever, and look at their M390. Because it ain't 62, folks. Maybe 60. 60.2, 3, maybe 60.5. There, I can't remember a 61 on that list. So, okay, I'm just, just putting that out there. So, yes, I think everybody could take a little, if the enthusiast community really wanted 62 all the time, that everybody would need to tighten the sheets on this thing. But, okay, this one is as good as any that have run through our testing hands, as far as they're right in with the pack of, you name it, the Italian knives, USA, Chinese, whatever. Okay, and so here, our back spacer, nice and light, easy to carry, titanium pocket clip, titanium back spacer, lanyard pin back in here, and kind of interesting, and they said something about titanium coated pivot, so maybe there was some kind of little playfulness, and I don't know, hell with it, screw this, throw it away. you can click on the link below and go to Remette, and you can read up all about that. So why waste your time with that right now? But this little pick is kind of interesting, isn't it? Wow. I mean, dog, you know what? I never thought about measuring the length of this. This might be a smart thing to do. Ooh, dog. Okay, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, come on. 2 and... shit. Not 3/4, but close, okay? And, wow. But at least 2 5/8 length, and whatever that is, 70 millimeters, something like that. Total? Wow. Okay. And easy to put back in. I guess it doesn't matter which way you spun it in because it'll all end up this way and snap. Okay, good. Now, it's light, it's easy to carry, kind of a discreet, more gent carry type knife. 12.1 millimeters at 0.47, so it's pretty thin in the pocket. 0.11 to 2.8 millimeter blade thickness, okay? And jimping on top of the blade, nice ambidextrous thumb studs, you know, contoured orange peel finish titanium on the handle. All right. Nice little drop to it. Probably be a little bit more droppy when we get done with it, because I'll probably give it a little, well, that's pretty droppy already. But yeah, I'll probably readjust the pivot tension like I usually do, just, you know, to kind of get it more my way. And then very discreet little subdued flipper tab. Okay. And that. So, the plunge looks pretty symmetrical. I mean, you know, fit and finish overall looks, you know, I was sitting here trying to think of other titanium M390 knives I've had in my hands. It's like, okay, so is there anything here that's lacking, you know, that really doesn't compare to whatever other brand? And it's hard to come up with something because these, you know, all these manufacturers are pretty damn good. I mean, machines are really good. Machines make a seamless product that's the same every time, hundreds of times, without fail. So, yeah, these are very seamless, very nice, and the design runs into the bolster. It runs down here. Let's see, blade to handle length is as good as you want it. As good as you want it. I don't see the blade coming up, interfering with the backspacer or any of that kind of stuff. So there it is. And, you know, check it out online. But ergos are good. It's just like, yeah, it's not for huge hands, okay? You can go up in this choil area and it lets you spread out more if you want to hold it and use it like that. Me, I'm kind of all over a knife. You know, I'm like doing stuff like this. I'm usually picking labels. I'm traveling around on the knife when I'm using it, you know, so it really, I don't just hold it like you would think a person would, like all the time, like a robot. No, I'm doing all kinds of manipulations with it and dancing around the blade and doing stuff. So ergos are kind of lost on me to a degree, but I know what you're talking about. I mean, when you've got a pretty straight shot, you're good. You got this little canoe thing where you're hugging between here and here. So there's 3 fingers. The 4th is a backup in here. Unless you jump forward, then these 3 are in the canoe and this one's up front. Okay, so there's that. And reverse grip is comfortable. It's okay. Pocket clip is a milled titanium pocket clip. They're, you know, I've seen a jillion of them, and, you know, generally they work okay in and out of the pocket. I think stamped clips on, you know, on budget knives are actually maybe a bit more useful and easier to manipulate and do this and that with, but you don't want to put a stamp clip on a titanium knife, okay? So the fancier ones, you're going to give up maybe some functionality here or there as a result, but it's okay. It looking good. And it comes in a box. It looks like this. It just says manual knife for men or women or children. And children. Okay, and yeah, okay, so it comes there. There's paperwork in here. Do it now. Do it now. Oh, look at these. They got the wild species. That's a good one. You ought to try that one out. You know, I haven't done the seahorse. Oh, there's the 107, right? WD107. That one was crazy good. Was that the button lock? That was the button lock, right? And yeah, the Rhino, I've done that. I've had that. And here you go. Okay, so that's kind of fascinating. And then, a microfiber cloth and okay. Interesting. But yeah, the wild species is kind of the new banger, other than the Peregrine and of course the Swordfish gravity knife. So they're popping out with quite a few new ones that are pretty intriguing, including this one. So let's take it apart and see what's going on inside. I guess we got to have a place to cage this little bee stinger, and maybe that's part of the thing here, right? Why this whole thing is in here. Well, we'll check it out. And obviously it's a captured pivot because it's not spinning all the way across. And I don't know. I can't tell you that for sure right now. Okay, we'll see. Well, unscrewed. So it looks good. Oh, well, that's a number 8 all the way. Okay. Typically, the body screws were 6 in the past with the Remette knives. So maybe they're doing that now too. Okay, here's the lock bar side, and you got a hardened steel insert with ceramic detent ball and a steel washer in here, and it's weight relieved and weight relieved and weight relieved. Okay, and then there's the screw that comes into the pocket clip, which keeps it nice, clean look. And we got ceramic bearings here and here, and we just undid our so this is how we're going to do it, huh? So we got these little pins here, that and that run up into the backspacer and keep that captivated. Okay, and then we've got these. Okay, so I was trying to, well, that ain't going to give up. Hold on, tighten you down. I don't need you to come out anyhow. So then we got this. So I guess that's the whole point here, is making the pocket, right? So let's take all of these off. God only knows why. Right now, and we got, why don't we make 8 of them? And then we get, well, definitely they're holding it in place, aren't they? All for the stinger, huh? Okay. Okay, all for the stinger. All look the same size, don't they? And, there goes our washer. Nice steel washer. And it comes out. And there's the stung. Oh, okay. So there's the plate that holds over. And here it is, right? Okay, so we can see how this is. It's a little, I thought it was a ball, but I couldn't see. And so it's not a ball. It is a little piece of spring in here. And when you push it in, then that's what happens. And you're going to kick out now that we've got you unsprung. Yeah, see? That's kicking out. And okay. So it kicks back in, and there's the little divot here. Kicks in, and then it springs into this. And snap. And that's what holds it. Son of a gun. All right, I guess we can figure that out. That'll lock it down. All right. So that it is, such that it is. So we just put this back together and have us a good old time. And did we need... Yeah, it goes like this because you can see where they chamfered the holes. And all this goody good. It's right back in here. So we'll just kick these back in and hold the insert. I was just looking in there and I saw that plate and it didn't connect in my head immediately that, well, that whole thing is just because of the pick they got in there. And it's just to direct it in so that the little mechanism can catch it correctly and hold it in place, etc. And that's what that all was about. And so there it is, all back together. And I think you know the rest. And here's our little dog. And there's your little pins that are going to secure this. The back spacer goes on there. And such as this is. And here. And of course this lets go around the lanyard pin. And you want to drop in like that. Okay. And then we can, let's pop this. Do we have a, no, we don't have a pivot surround. And I don't, hold on, let me see if I've got, I have nothing that is capturing that pivot that I can see. So, okay, that, a little bit of a concern there because there's no way, hold on, let me get my lube. There's no way that we're going to be able to stabilize that. So I would say that's an overlook there that they should have kind of thought about because, okay, let's do this. They should have thought about when they did the whole thing is always think about your pivot. Are you going to have an opening area in the front? And in the front, in the back, they do, but in the front they don't. And what are we going to do if we got too much? We got too much thread locker. I think we're going to be screwed and barbecued. So yeah, you don't want to. I refrain from using any thread locker if I don't have to. I really, in all the years I've been carrying knives, I have very few times when I have ever had a pivot loosen, and I don't think I've ever had a body screw fall out on me or have any issues. So I don't know. But there's that. And is it centered? And I can't tell. Yeah, it is. Okay. And good. Yeah, it drops nice. So that's the whole drama right there. Well, it was kind of anticlimactic. It was pretty easy to disassemble. But yeah, I would have done a different pivot setup. And but hey, this came apart nicely. If it'll do it again, that's fine. Then I guess it's a nothing burger. But in the long run, they do use captured pivots. So I was kind of wondering, why didn't they do it on this model? Okay, never mind. There it is. And it needs wiped down too. Disassembly, reassembly, it's all good. And this one, nice and fidget friendly. If this is a look you like, and then, you know, $193 minus 10%, so you're in the 170s or whatever, which for M390 in titanium is pretty reasonable, pretty damn reasonable. And so here it is. Go to Remette.com, find them on Amazon, find them at White Mountain Knives. They're around. and they're on the move. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff. So you guys, stay sharp.